Hello, and welcome to Tech Talk, the show where we highlight a person in the industry, spotlight a student, or feature a teacher. Today, we are joined by Mr. Quispe to discuss his teaching in math and the various methods he uses to connect with his students. It's great to have you here today, Mr. Quispe.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for having me here. Excuse me.
So, what types of math do you teach, and which is your favorite to teach?
My favorite, first of all, I teach Algebra 2 and I teach Calculus Honors. Calculus Honors is the best. I love calculus. Because you know what it is? Kids, when they hear the word calculus, they get freaked out, they get scared, I'm scared of calculus. In reality, what calculus is just 70% algebra. So if you took algebra, your freshman and junior year, you're gonna be fine, so that's why I like really going for seems the tougher subject, but it's really not. So that's one of my favorite ones. It's really all algebra, guys. So take calculus.
Okay. What are some ways you teach calculus that help students understand more?
Well, in calculus, speaking of calculus, I love teaching calculus. The best thing I like to do is actually relate using real life situations with them. Like I start bringing things in, like food, for example. At first they might think it's a party, like that, but it's not. And like, for example, there's this topic called composite functions. You're using chain rules and all. Composite functions, for anybody that relates to calculus, it's a function within a function, two functions or more. So I use M&Ms. I bring M&Ms, I give it to them. They don't know what's going on. They're eating it, and I'm eating the M&Ms too. And then I'm telling them, do you know you guys are using composite functions? Do you know you're using the chain rule as you eat those M&Ms? They're like, what are you talking about? And then I break it down to them because there's two functions in the M&M. Think about it, the hard shell, the outside, and then the inside goods is the chocolate. That's another function, the inner function. So for you to get to the chocolate, you gotta break the shell first to get into the chocolate goods. So they love it, They wanna have a party all the time. They think it's a party, but it's not. It's actually a fun lesson. And then they get it, they memorize it. So now they're all eating M&Ms now, I guess. So yeah, M&M should endorse me for this.
Okay, math is a really hard subject for some students. So what made you want to become a teacher of what some consider to be a really difficult subject?
You know what it was? I mean, when I was in high school, like junior, senior year, doing my co-op, I remember I didn't have to go to do my co-op that day. I just went straight to go pick up a friend of mine in Passaic, in Boys Club of America, I remember. And being that I never had a big brother or a big sister, I had to learn everything on my own, I remember picking up my friend around 3:30. I still remember. Little kids came out, and he was lining them up to send them up to their parents. And the way the kids gravitated to my friend, they looked up to him, it just sparked. I was like, you know what? I would like to help kids out too. So it's like almost like a sign telling me, hey, listen, help out children too.
Inspired you, right?
Inspired me. Also the movie Stand and Deliver. You ever watch that?
No.
Oh my God. So it's out in the West Coast, Los Angeles, So watch it. It's a teacher. He was a calculus teacher. And the way he used real life situation to help inner city kids to love calculus, I was like, if he can do it, I can do it. So yeah.
Okay, so what do you do besides teaching?
Oh my God, I'm glad you asked that. Everybody, all my students think I live under the school for some reason. They just look at me as a teacher, slacks, button up, shoes, and the typical, right? That's it. Like we live under the school. Like yeah, we live at the school. No, but before I was a teacher, and I'm still am full time. Me and my brother were DJs. We actually DJs. We rock out at the nightclubs, private parties, you name it. So it's like I teach in the day. And at night, I'm a DJ, rocking out. So it's like my alter ego. I think about Superman, I'm like Superman. You know how Superman, Clark Kent, and then turns to Superman? So you know how he has to take off the tie, Superman's alive, So one of those, it's like I feel like my alter ego is like, daytime I'm teaching, I'm Clark Kent, and at night I'm Superman, I'm the DJ. Yeah. So yeah, I have fun with it, yeah.
Okay. What would you say to a student who thinks they aren't good at math to inspire them?
If they're not good at math, how would I inspire them?
Well, if they don't think they're good at math.
Well, what I tell them is, I said, why don't you give yourself a chance? Let me show you. Let me show them I could just take out any basic technique that they learned over the years, and I say, hey, listen, I'll show you another way, and a fun way too. I show them, so they can actually understand it. Like for calculus, I tell them, I said, why don't you want to take calculus? Oh, it's hard, it's difficult, it's a difficult topic. And I'm like, no, it's not. You know, you've been doing it all your life. Calculus, 70% algebra, 30% calculus, okay? It's just advanced algebra. And when you start breaking it down to them like that, they're like, they put their guard down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That's how it works. Yep.
All right, so this question, so what you said ties into the last question. So here you're a big Marvel fan, so if you had a choice of what Marvel character you'd imagine yourself as, who would it be and why?
Who would it be? Why? That's a good question. I compare myself to the X-Men Wolverine. And the reason why Wolverine is, I think everybody could relate to this. Well, for me, I can speak for myself, where I know we always have ups and downs in life. You know what I mean? It wasn't easy for me to get to this point, you know, where I'm at, even to sit in this chair, you know, with you guys here. While I go in ups and downs, you have to have a healing process when you have your downs, you know what I mean? So you have to be strong to make it to the next level. So Wolverine's special power is healing. So guess what? He's powerful and he heals in any little situation he goes through. That's how I feel like my life is like all my ups and downs. I go through it, get up, heal up, and go for my dreams. That's pretty much it.
That's
yeah. That's my quote.
All right. Well, that's about all the time we have.
No problem. Thank you. I appreciate it. Tech Talk right here. Follow us here. Thank you for having me.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel on YouTube, the PCTI Television Production Channel, and follow us on Twitter at PCTI Tech TV. For Tech Talk, I'm Sebastian, and thank you for watching.